Hi Libra, welcome to your love reading for April 2017. We are working with two decks again, but first I'm going to show you a couple of jumping cards that you had. Okay, so these two cards came out from this deck. You have the Sun and the Three of Swords. So I feel like somewhere where someone was hurt, maybe there was a breakup, maybe there was fighting, misunderstanding, there's going to be a positive outcome. And we see in this card two people kind of dancing and celebrating. The Sun represents success and positive energy. So I feel like where someone was completely heartbroken, or you were separated from the person that you love, there's going to be a positive outcome to this. You also had the King of Wands. So this is someone who's a fire sign, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. So this could be the person that is involved in this scenario, or this could be a different message. This can be that a fire sign is very significant to you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them back in the deck, and we will see if they come up for you again. I apologize if you hear any noise in the background. That's actually some of my neighbors working on their yard. Okay, so this is going to be for confirmation. We'll get to that in a minute. But first, let's get you 9 cards. And this is the love reading for the sign of Libra for April 2017. The first card that you have, Libra, is Strength. Love reading for the sign of Libra, April 2017. The Six of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Libra, April 2017. The Devil. Love reading for Libra, April 2017. Death. Love reading for Libra, April 2017. The Nine of Swords. Love reading for Libra, April 2017. The Five of Cups. Love reading for Libra, April 2017. The Fool. Love reading for Libra, April 2017. The Four of Swords. Love reading for Libra for April 2017. Nine of Cups. Okay, so the card at the bottom of the deck is going to represent the main energy around your love life for April. And you have the Three of Cups. So this card can represent marriage, but can also just represent joy and laughter and celebration. So this does remind me of the Sun, which jumped out of the deck for you, because that's also kind of positive energy. So we'll see how this ties in with the rest of the reading. And keep in mind that you did have, I'm already kind of seeing like a theme. And the cards that you have with the cards that jumped for you, the Three of Swords, it was the Three of Swords with the Sun. So I kind of feel like that is going to give us like a little bit more information on what is going on right here. Okay, so let's take it one card at a time. You have the Strength card. So this is a major arcana. And this represents, you just having to be strong. And it could be that there's something going on with your partner. Like I said, you had the Three of Swords jump for you. So for some of you, you may either there could have been a misunderstanding, a breakup, some space. You do have the Four of Swords down here. This is telling you to be strong. This is telling you don't lash out at somebody. Be very patient, be very compassionate, maybe even with yourself. But when this card comes up, it does, you do feel the need to kind of like, let's say, so to speak, bite somebody's head off. But this is asking you to remain calm and you have to be very strong. Now I'm just going to jump over here for a minute because you do have two major arcanas, Strength and the Devil. So the Devil is, most of the time it represents something that is not very healthy, something that's not very positive. It can represent many different things. In a love reading, it usually means there's something unhealthy about the relationship. Either the relationship as a whole or something about one of the partners, like somebody's being very, jealous, or somebody's being very negative, or somebody's being very pessimistic. This is something that is unhealthy that is, you know, significantly disrupting the relationship. And this makes perfect sense with the Strength card here, because it's asking you to be very patient and compassionate in the situation with your partner. Maybe even with yourself. So I feel like you're having to be strong here with the Strength card, because there's something that's stressing you out. You have the Nine of Swords. There's something that's not very positive that's happening around you. You do have the Six of Pentacles right in the middle of all this. So this is telling you that this is your time to receive love. This is your time to be happy. This is also a message that it's time for you to get what you deserve. So I feel like for some of you, you are kind of evaluating a relationship here where there's something very challenging going on. I feel like for the majority of you, this will have a positive outcome, because remember, the main energy was the Three of Cups. And this represents celebration and joy and laughter. This also is a marriage card. But I feel like there's something unhealthy, you know, whether it's jealousy, or your partner's being really negative, where you're really having to be strong and hang in there. And, you know, it's your time to have that healthy relationship. This could be a turning point for you, which has come up for a lot of the other signs. Now, for those who are single, again, you know, this is telling you that it's your time to be in a relationship. It's your time to receive love. It's your time to find that partner, your romantic partner, a soulmate or a twin flame. But it could be that you have to be strong in confronting your own ego for those who are single. You may not want to trust someone. You may not want to put yourself out there. But this is asking you to be very compassionate with yourself. You're going to have to be really strong if you want to have this opportunity, you know, this love that is available to you. You know, again, for you, there's something that's not quite healthy here. And I feel like for those who are single, completely single, this is the fact that there's probably a lot of fear and a lot of negative thinking. You may have been single for a long time, and you're kind of in, you know, in this frame of mind where, why even bother? I'm not going to find anybody. So remember that that's not going to help you. Remember that you did have the Three of Swords and the Sun saying that you might have been heartbroken about a breakup, but the Sun is saying there's going to be a positive outcome. Okay, so let's take a look at this row here. You have Death, the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Cups. I mean, so there's definitely, I mean, these cards are very persistent in telling me that there's something upsetting you in your love life. There's something not only upsetting you, because I see that here in the Five of Cups. This represents somebody who is suffering. This represents someone who's in pain emotionally. They're very distressed. They're very sad. For some of you, this could have been, you know, a relationship that ended, or I feel like you may be fearing that you're losing a partner, because you do have the Nine of Swords, and this represents, you know, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of angst. Like literally, like the thoughts in your head are keeping you awake at night. There's a lot going through your mind. And I feel, you know, that for some of you, I feel like the fear, remember that the Nine of Swords, this doesn't represent something bad that's going to happen in your relationship. This is kind of, you know, worry without merit. So what you're most worrying about, for those of you that where you just kind of have like a nagging feeling that you're going to lose your romantic partner, or that you're not going to be able to work things out, the Nine of Swords does represent worry without merit. Like you're worrying yourself crazy over something that's not even going to happen. And, you know, possibly what you're worrying about is that you're going to lose someone. The Five of Cups represents being kind of emotionally devastated, to where you're just kind of mourning the loss of somebody and you can't move on. So for some of you, this may already have happened, where, you know, there's been a breakup. There's been a breakup, and, you know, you're not able to get past this. And for some, you're just kind of worrying that this is going to happen. This is going to happen in your relationship. But with the Nine of Swords, I feel like what you're worrying about is not really going to manifest. It's just your fears getting the best of you. Remember, you do have Strength as well, telling you to be strong, because right now your ego could be really kind of activated, so to speak. You might be more inclined to think the worst of your partner, your situation, or even yourself. Now, the other card that you have here is, this is a major arcana. You have the Death card. And this does represent an ending and a new beginning. So for some of you, this could be the end of a really difficult cycle in your relationship where you're choosing to kind of leave this behind. And I feel like I get a definite feeling that this is going to end in a positive way because of the main energy being the Three of Cups. Not only that, but you have the Nine of Cups down here, which represents your wishes being granted. So even if there was, a breakup, I feel like there could be, a new beginning in the relationship where you're able, this whole situation where your heart was broken, somebody was lost to you, this whole thing was transformed. And this is, the Death card also represents a significant life event, a major life event. So this can be getting married. You also have the energy in the Three of Cups. This can represent moving in together, having a baby. And this could all happen when you thought that a relationship was lost, or you had a lot of fears that a partner was not going to commit to you, that you were not going to be able to stay together. Now, for those who are single, I see the breakup here as something that, created a lot of distress for you, a lot of sadness, a lot of emotional pain. And I see that you've not been able to forget about this person. You've not been able to move on. You're still kind of mourning the loss of this person in your life. There's been a lot of thinking about this person that's kind of driving you crazy. I feel like there will be some type of breakthrough with the Death card here. For some of you, yes, this can mean, because this is an ending and new beginning, for some of you, it can mean that this person comes back into your life. And I say that again because you have the Nine of Cups, which represents, your wishes being granted. If you feel like there's definitely no going back, this can be someone new coming into your life. This is, a major life event. So this is kind of like somebody coming into your life just when you were heartbroken and you'd given up, that completely sweeps you off your feet. And this is, the person you've been waiting for. Okay, so let's take a look at this row here. We have the Fool, the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. So, here's another new beginning for you. And it's lined up with Death, which is an ending and new beginning. The Fool is, kind of announcing that there's a new beginning available to you if you're willing to take the risk. So for some of you, this can be a matter of trust. You do have the Four of Swords right next to it, which represents, possibly that somebody needed some time and some space to figure things out. And this could even be you. I mean, with the energy of, the Devil over here, and the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups. I feel like, the Four of Swords could be like somebody asking for space, let me figure things out. This is a very mental card where you generally, you need some time to figure out what's going on in your head. You may need some time to heal, especially for those who are single. You may be asked to heal from this, devastating loss that happened here with the Five of Cups, where you're not able to trust. First, you need to heal, but there is someone available to you. For those who are already coupled, this can mean that that there was space. Somebody needed time to figure things out. I definitely see a lot of things going on in this reading. But they're asking you to trust. There's some type of new beginning. So I feel, for some of you, there could have been somebody that completely, left your life. They exited your life. And maybe you haven't heard from them in a while and they pop up again. The Fool is taking a risk and taking a giant leap of faith and moving in a different direction. Taking an opportunity that is presented to you where you're kind of, a little bit concerned about how it's going to turn out. But this is always a positive card that you just have to follow your heart and your intuition. You can't go wrong with, the Nine of Cups being here. So this is telling you that this is exactly what you want. Whatever this opportunity is from the Fool, these are your wishes being granted. This is what you have been wanting. This is also a lot of happiness. So I feel like for some of you, this can be that, someone that has been gone for a while, or there was a breakup. They said they didn't want to be with you anymore. Here they are again. Or, a relationship that looked like it was just not going to work, because I do see some challenging energies over here. Suddenly, there's a way to heal things. Suddenly there's a way to move on together, to stay together. And you may feel like, I don't know if I can trust this person. Especially, with the Devil being here. It could be that this person had, kind of been in a very bad place mentally and emotionally, to where you kind of felt like it was a lost cause, or you were better off without them. Maybe they caused you a lot of pain and there was a lot of fears about the relationship. Either you or them asked for some space. But I feel like there's a second chance going on in this reading that ends in a very positive way with your wishes being granted. Okay, let's see what other messages come up for you from this deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Libra for April 2017? You have the Five of Pentacles, love reading for the sign of Libra for April 2017. The Eight of Swords, love reading for Libra for April 2017. The Hermit. Okay, so this is very interesting. Again, this is telling me there's something that you're really kind of afraid of seeing in your love life, in your relationship. I feel like there's something that's kind of like, you know, literally like driving you crazy here, right in the center of the reading. All of these cards here are kind of telling me that, you know, there's something going on where you're kind of fearing the worst. Not only that, but you have the Hermit. This is a major arcana, and this is somebody doing a lot of thinking about the relationship. And to me, the Hermit is a lot like the Four of Swords. Like I said, this is, you know, needing to collect your thoughts, needing some time, you know, to be on your own, to figure things out. There's a lot of things going on in your head. And the Hermit, this represents doing a lot of soul searching. You're trying to get to the bottom of a problem, and you're trying to see what is really going on. You're trying to discover the truth of a situation. So I feel like you're trying to really figure out what's going on in your relationship, what's going on in your love life. You're trying to figure out what's going on with your partner. Can I trust this person? Do I even want to be with this person? You also have the Five of Pentacles up here. So the Five of Pentacles, this can mean that you are, this is the poverty card, and this means emotional poverty. This can mean that somebody feels just very kind of lonely. Someone feels like an outsider, like, you know, you feel like you're not on the same page with your partner anymore, like you're being left out in the cold. This could have been that you were, like, in the past, you were left out in the cold, and this could be why there are so many concerns with, you know, giving this person a second chance, or for those who are single, giving love a second chance, because this is the way you were done in the past. This is just somebody that was just tragically kind of left out in the cold and kind of wondering what happened. There's also, you know, loneliness for those who are single. You also have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords does represent you feeling like you're stuck in a situation and there's no way out. For some of you, you might be feeling in a relationship where things are just not looking positive, where it just kind of seems like you feel like you hit a new low every day. You might feel like you're powerless to stop this. You might feel like, you know, things have kind of gone completely out of control, but yeah, I feel like there will be some type of positive development because of some of the cards that I see around here. I feel like, you know, you're stuck, like I feel like some of you, like, you don't want to leave your relationship, you don't want to start over, but what you see going on around you, it's like unacceptable. You don't want this in your life. We have the Eight of Swords right next to the Five of Cups, which represents, you know, emotional pain and just, you know, being very disappointed that something didn't work out or that something's not working out. You also have, like I said, I already talked about it, the Hermit. Someone's doing a lot of soul searching about a situation where they feel stuck. A lot of soul searching about how they're feeling kind of cut off from their partner, left, you know, completely left out in the cold. And if this is you, they're asking you to really look beyond all of this. What is this situation? What is this challenge trying to tell you about your relationship? There's always some other message. For some of you, yes, not for everyone, but it could be that this relationship has served its purpose and it's time to move on. But for other people, it can be because there's, you know, a positive main energy here, the Three of Cups. And you did have, like I said, I felt like the jumping cards were going to be of use to us. The Three of Swords, which is, you know, a breakup, heartache. And with the Sun, which was, you know, positive energy, I feel like there's a positive outcome for most of you. But I feel like you need to do a lot of soul searching about what these challenges in your relationship or in your love life, what are they really trying to tell you? I definitely feel like for those who are single that, you know, you're feeling kind of stuck when it comes to your love life. You feel like, you know, you're feeling a sense of loneliness, but yet you feel like you can't trust. You feel completely, you know, stuck as far as moving forward. It's really time for you to look into this. Maybe as far as like, you know, what happened in the past that has completely caused you to shut everyone out. The Five of Pentacles can also mean that those who are single aren't letting anybody in. Okay, so let's see what cards come up for you from this deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Libra for April 2017? You have, wow, you have the Sun. So remember that this card jumped for you from the other deck. Love reading for Libra, April 2017. The Tower. Love reading for Libra, April 2017. And the Page of Swords. Okay, so at the bottom of this deck you have the Ace of Wands. So like I said, I feel like for a lot of you there's going to be a positive outcome. This reading may look scary to some people, but this represents a new beginning for you and your partner, for your love life. This represents a fresh start. You're able to leave the past completely in the past and start over and have the relationship and the life that you've always wanted, the one that you deserve, because you have the Six of Pentacles. So you have the Sun again. So this is telling you, like I said, this is positive energy. This is a positive outcome. This is success. So everything that you see going on here, as scary as it may look to some of you, because it's confirming some of your worst fears, this is telling you that there's going to be a positive outcome to this. And I feel like for some of you, you know, this can happen in a very kind of shocking way. A very shocking way. This can also be a shocking, you know, revelation, either from your partner communicating with you or you communicating with your partner. It could be that you're completely honest with someone. You have that message here. The Page of Swords represents honest communication, to where you finally kind of speak your mind, you speak your truth about, you know, this energy from the devil, you know, whatever it is. For everyone, it's going to be something completely different. Something unhealthy in the relationship. Your fears, you've been feeling stuck, you've been feeling left out. It's either you or your partner. Somebody's really kind of, you know, speaking their truth here with the Page of Swords. And I feel like this can be, you know, the big game changer in your relationship. Because I've always felt throughout this reading that there's going to be a positive outcome. The Tower is, you know, things changing, like, you know, dramatic change. Usually with the Tower, you know, there's anything that's on shaky ground that falls apart, but then something completely new is rebuilt. And with the energy over here from the Ace of Wands, I feel like you can have an entirely new, you know, kind of relationship with your partner, those who are already coupled. And for those who are single, you know, an entirely new beginning awaits you as, you know, you are honest with yourself about what's going on in your love life. What has kept you kind of, you know, in the shadows when it comes to trusting somebody else. For those who are single, this shocking development can be somebody coming into your life that takes you completely by surprise. But also for those who are single, positive outcome. So it's been a great reading. I think there's been some challenging cards, but throughout this entire reading, I've been getting the message that there's going to be a positive outcome to something that looks a little bit grim right now. It looks a little bit challenging. I feel like you're going to be very pleasantly surprised about, you know, a relationship where maybe things do not look very well. Or for those who are single, things do not look very well. But I feel like there's going to be something that surprises you with the Wish card being here. Your wishes are granted. Even if it doesn't look that way, right now, your wishes will be granted. Okay, Libra, this has been your love reading for April 2017. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.